guys, so I just wanted to say that I'm not quitting YouTube, so yay! But as I said before in my last video, I won't be doing just Animal Jam anymore, because I think the whole reason I decided to quit was because Animal Jam was just kind of getting boring for me, and yeah, I mean, we all have those times when something gets boring for you. Be honest, I know, we do. And so in this video, I'm going to be reading my Gravity Falls fanfiction. And for those of you who don't know what a fanfiction is, it's basically just like a story that's based off something you like. So if you like, let's just say, SpongeBob, then you would write a story about it, and that's what we like to call a fanfiction. So that's what a fanfiction is, for all you who don't know. And I'm going to be reading my story chapter to chapter. And yeah, I posted this story on Instagram, so if you want to follow me on Instagram to read this story for yourself, and to read this story and all my other stories for yourself, then go right ahead and do that. I'll put both my Instagram accounts down below. And if you don't have Instagram, I will be shortly making a video after this on how you can get it or find it in the App Store, because it is a little hard. So here's how I'm reading this. Story. Okay, so this is chapter 1 of Gravity Falls fanfiction story. Ugh. All Dipper does is cry about Wendy. It is driving me crazy, but it also makes me sad to see my brother like this. There has to be something I can do. I mean, Wendy's moved on. She's even seeing someone else now, and Dipper knows it. In fact, Dipper was the first to find out. I will find some way to help you, Dipper. Don't worry. Maple's here to save the day. Okay, so the one we read before is chapter 1. So before I read chapter 2, I just wanted to say that if you guys haven't seen the newest Gravity Falls episodes, it is recommended you get all caught up. It's recommended you get caught up. That's all I wanted to say. Because some of this stuff may be a tad bit based on what happened in those episodes. So, yeah, that's all I want to say. Okay, now I'm going to be reading chapter 2. It was morning. I got little to no sleep. So did Waddles, and just about everyone else in this house. All because of Dipper's crying. That's just why I have to help Dipper. And there was only 2 options to get Dipper to stop crying. 1, duct tape his mouth. 2, find him a new girl. I was leaning towards number 2, but then again, number 1 was quicker. No, I said to myself, we're doing number 2. Waddles dropped his leash on my lap. Okay, Waddles, I will take you for a walk, said Mabel. Anything to get out of this place, Mabel grumbled. Then she ran out the door and began to walk Waddle somewhere in the woods. Okay, so yeah, sorry if my reading's a little bad. I always stumble when I read. This is chapter 3. Yeah, sorry if I read bad. I always stumble when I read. I'm admitting I'm a bad reader, so I don't need posts saying I am. But yeah, so that's why I recommend you read this for yourself. As I was walking Waddles, he began to drag me around, so it was more like I was getting walked at that point. Then he ran up to some girl on a log and pushed her off it. That's when I noticed something strange. I noticed sitting on the stump was book 2. It was just like Dipper's book, only with a 2 on it, not a 3. Not a 3. I helped the girl up and asked her about the book. Oh, this is just something I found in the woods. You would not believe the stuff I see around here, said the girl. So then Mabel learned all about the girl. She found out the girl's name. Oh, wait, sorry. So my name's Mabel. What's yours? I asked excitedly. Oh, my name is Sophia. Then Mabel learned all about the girl, and she found out Sophia likes reading, exploring the mysteries of Gravity Falls, is very smart, and well, basically just like Dipper. Soon Mabel and Sophia became great friends, and Sophia decided to go hang out at the Mystery Shack with her. She's perfect for Dipper, thought Maple. The hard part will be getting Dipper to ask her out. But I can do it. After all, I am a love expert, Maple said in her head as she headed back to the shack with Sophia. I get into reading. I just want to say this. I want to say that there is a sequel to this one. Well, I'm working on the sequel. I only have the first 2 chapters up. And yeah, if you want me to read the sequel, and I just wanted to say that. And the reason I'm saying that is because, well, you know, this one's gonna end kind of with no other words. So if anybody, like, if this ends weirdly, then yeah. Okay, so anyway, this is chapter 4. This is like chapter 4. There is, I think, one more chapter after this. So anyway, let's get into reading it. Okay. Before we start this, okay, so then I just wrote before we start this Dipper. Okay, so this part is from Dipper's perspective. And if you don't know what the word perspective means, because I don't know why I'm telling you this, and you probably do, but just in case anyone doesn't know what that means or something, it basically means this is from Dipper's the one thinking. Like, usually in books, there's the main character who says, I thought in my head that I loved reading. And let's just say that, you know, that main character had a name, blah blah blah. Well, this is from Dipper's perspective, meaning that Dipper is the one thinking things in his head and all that. So that's what it means. Because the other 2 chapters were from Mabel's perspective. Just saying. Okay, I was still really bummed about the whole Wendy thing, but I guess I was not crying a pool of tears anymore. When Mabel came home, she was not alone. She was with some girl, and I noticed something strange about the girl. She was holding book 2, and I noticed something about the Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. And I noticed something about the book the girl was holding. It was book number 2, just like my book, but with the 2 on the cover. I was about to ask her about it when Mabel started telling me all about her. Mabel told me her name was Sophia, that she liked reading, was very smart, and liked exploring Gravity Falls. And she was pretty too. So when Mabel left, me and Sophia started talking about Gravity Falls and about the books. It was love at first sight. I could tell she was having a good time too. I think I just found the perfect girl for me. I said in my head, well, gotta go. But since we live close by, I will come back tomorrow. Bye, Dipper, she said, then waved. Yeah, before I start reading this chapter, I have 2 things to say. 1, I want to apologize for reading so horribly. I am totally a horrible reader. That's, like, thing 1 I want to say before I start reading chapter 5. And thing 2 I want to say is, if any of you guys don't understand what I'm reading or saying, put it down below. And if a lot of you don't understand what I'm reading, saying, or any of that stuff, I will basically just make a video. And if any of you aren't understanding it or anything like that, you know, that stuff, then I'll just put the whole entire story. I'll just make a video that says read the description, and then it'll just be the whole entire story down below in the description. It might be really long, but still, if any of you guys don't really understand what I'm saying, I'll do that. And then the last thing I want to say is, for any of you guys who are checking on my Instagram, there are a few spelling mistakes in this because I am a horrible speller. Just like I'm a horrible reader. So if there are spelling mistakes, yeah, I know you can't read it, then, yeah, you know, again, I'll post it down below. No spelling mistakes. Okay, this is what I want. So this is chapter 5. I'm gonna start. Maple pops out of nowhere, and I scream. I know you like Sophia. Maple was right. I did like Sophia, but I can't tell her, 'cause, I don't know, I still have feelings for Wendy. Maple leaves the room to get something. I pick up a picture of Wendy, and a tear trickles down my cheek. Trickle just means fall. I began to cry. I love you, Wendy, I whispered. It was over, and I knew that. Wait, what am I doing? I crumple up the picture and throw it away. I know what I must do, I think to myself. Then I leave the room to watch TV. Ooh, getting exciting. Okay, so before I read this chapter... Oh, sorry. Something in my throat. Sorry. Okay, so before I read this chapter, I would just like to say that this chapter is a little sad, so if you can't handle sad stuff, it's not like death sad, but like kind of sad. So if you're some soft person listening to the video, I suggest you back away now, because this is pretty sad. But not death sad, not that sad, no. Okay, so this is it. Sophia was over at our place, and me and her were talking about stuff. I need to tell her, I thought in my head. Then everything started to come at me. I don't know what came over me, but out of nowhere I blurted, "Will you go out with me, Sophia?" Look, Dipper, I have never really been on a date, and well, I am not good with this stuff. I'm sorry, but you need someone better. Then she shook her head and said no. I didn't know what to feel. I just sat there. It was like her words have killed my soul. But look, we can still be friends. I was speechless, so I just very slowly nodded. Well, I got to go. See you around, Dipper. Then Sophia got up and left. All at once, everything got to me. The sadness I felt that I was not only dumped by one person, but now by two people. I could not take it much more. I just began to cry as tears trickled down my cheek, and what she said kept echoing in my head. I cried harder and harder. Then Mabel came up and said, "Sophia told me the whole story, and I'm sorry." She put her arms around me and hugged me. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, I said through tears. Nothing Mabel did or said made me feel any better. It was like there was a huge hole in my heart, and no matter what anyone did, it could never be filled. So yeah, that was that part. That's the whole story 1. So yeah, if you want me to read story 2, or the parts of story 2, I haven't finished it, but if you guys want me to read it, I'll read it once it's all done. And if you guys could read this and you want to check it out for yourself, then let me know. There are a few spelling mistakes if you are going to check it out for yourself. And I will be shortly making a video how to get Instagram if you'd like to check out my channel and you don't have Instagram or you can't find it in the App Store, because I had very much troubles with that. And then the last thing I wanted to say before I, end the video was, I will be posting a lot of Gravity Falls stuff now because I'm very addicted to the show. I've always been, but yeah. And also comment down below what you want to see me post next. I know I will be doing a Wizard 101 series soon, but I can't guarantee when I'll be doing the Wizard 101 series, but I do know that I won't be posting another Animal Jam video for like probably 3 months. So yeah. Goodbye. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If we get to 20 subscribers, I will make a special thing for it. And what the heck just happened? Okay, so if you are listening right now,